Well, now that we are done the hot tags, it means it's time for the rest hold part of the program, and that is the commercial break section where we promote some things that are going on this week with Smark Out Moment and anything else under the A Mango Tree branch or under any other affiliated projects that we want to toss out to you guys this week. Outside interference articles are the two ones that I mentioned that I would be writing for Bleacher Report, that I usually do for every single pay-per-view. Results breakdown of the biggest highlights and low points of the night for Night of Champions, and a review of the biggest stars of the night. You can find links to those below on the YouTube description if you're watching it there. You can also find links on the Facebook and Twitter accounts for Tony Mango and Smark Out Moment. You can go to my Bleacher Report profile itself and find them, as well as everything else that I've written in the past for Bleacher Report, or you can go to the homepage of smarkoutmoment.com. And if you go to the outside interference section, you will find those links as well as a couple of the other ones from recent times. Next up is Smark My Words, where I talk about one of the comments that you guys had left on the YouTube channel from the previous episode. And this week the honor goes to Golden Boy 24375 again for his comment. This might have been my favorite section of Smack Talk I've ever listened to. Nice to hear them talk about the issues with Raw with a lot of coherency, not just ranting that it was shit and leaving it there. Also, I'm looking forward to a spinning Rusev belt with a potato in the center. Really looking forward to that belt. I think it'll sell pretty well on WWEshop.com. What do you think? Gotta do better than that ugly European title, right? I'm gonna bring up that argument again. Always a big fan of getting praise, and obviously I actually really liked that segment too, so I was happy to see that it went over well too from everybody else's perspective. So thank you, Golden Boy, for sending that in. Thank you to everybody else who had left a comment. Make sure you guys do that again this week and tell us to Smark your words. Remember to go to the Mega Maniacs group on Facebook and cast your vote for this week's Smark Out Moment Power Rankings. It's the typical list that you would see in WWE, but instead of us, following the kayfabe kind of sense, we're factoring some other things and ranking the top 25 people of the week based off of a couple of different categories. So, if you want to join in on that process, go to the Mega Maniacs on Facebook, and that is where you will be able to cast your votes for the poll and talk about some other wrestling stuff throughout the week with us. The next edition of the monthly mailbag is going to come up on episode 153, so if you have any questions you'd like to submit to us to get to know us better or pick our brains about a particular subject, whether it's wrestling related or not, just fill up the inbox by going to the contact form on the website, shoot us an email, and we will answer anything that you guys send our way. If you are going to a wrestling event of some sort and you want to show your support for Smark Out Moment and Smack Talk, then be sure to take advantage of the Sign Me Up initiative. Just bring a sign that says smarkoutmoment.com to that event and send a picture or a video of it to me, and I will feature it on the website and on the next episode of Smack Talk. If you're a fan of different nerdy topics like movies and comic books and TV and video games and everything else like that, then go check out my other website, fanboysanonymous.com. Our podcasts can be found on iTunes and Stitcher and on youtube.com/fanboysanonymous, because that channel is back up and running. We recently did a group meeting podcast about the 2014 TV schedule and talked about the shows that we're interested in watching and the shows that we're going to skip. We did a full-on review point of the first episode of Gotham. And to tie into this new TV season, we are giving away a Big Bang Theory t-shirt and a Family Guy t-shirt for the season premieres of those shows. So go to the website if you want to enter in those contests. If you like this podcast and you want to know what we think about those kind of topics, go to Fanboys Anonymous and you will be able to hear our opinions about all those other kinds of things. And the last thing that we always talk about here, if you would like to join the Smark Out Moment team in some kind of a way as a writer or editor or maybe something else, then send in an application using that contact form on the website and give me some information about what you're interested in, and I will give you some information back of what you need to know in order to join the website, and we will start talking about whatever we need to do to get you a part of the Smark Out Moment team. break time is over with. Let's get back to work in part 4 and start breaking down everything that happened at Night of Champions.